They said it couldn't exist. A car carved not from steel, not from carbon fiber, but from wood, and one that didn't need a single drop of fuel to run. Yet, in a forgotten workshop hidden deep in the mountains, a man spent years creating something no one believed was possible. He didn't just build a car, he gave life to a legend. And today, that legend is known as the Wooden Bugatti that runs forever without fuel. This is not the story of a machine. It's the story of obsession, mystery, and a vehicle that rewrote every rule of engineering. It all begins with an old craftsman who had nothing but a set of carving tools, piles of timber, and a dream so powerful that it refused to die. While the world obsessed over horsepower and engines, he believed wood carried something far more eternal than metal ever could: a soul. For decades, he studied the curves of classic Bugattis, sketching them onto oak panels, chiseling details into cedar planks, and polishing mahogany until it gleamed like glass. The shape that emerged was unmistakable: the sleek curves of a Bugatti carved entirely from living wood. But the miracle wasn't its body. The miracle was that it moved. There was no engine, no tank, no sound of pistons firing. Yet when the craftsman turned a wooden key carved from walnut, the Bugatti stirred as though awakened from a long sleep. Its wheels spun without friction, the polished wood humming softly as it rolled forward. Witnesses swore the car emitted a faint golden glow, as if life itself coursed through its veins. How could it move without fuel? Some claimed the craftsman had infused the car with energy from lightning storms. Others whispered he had traded something far greater, his own years of life, to grant the vehicle eternal motion. The wooden Bugatti became a ghost on the roads. At night, villagers would hear it racing across the hills, its polished panels reflecting the moonlight, moving faster than any machine powered by fuel could ever dream. It never stopped for gas, never slowed for exhaustion, never broke down. Its wheels carved from ash spun endlessly, smooth as silk. Its interior, lined with oak and cedar, pulsed with warmth like a living heart. The longer it ran, the more it seemed alive, breathing through its vents, whispering through the hum of wood rubbing against wind. Stories began to spread. Some said the Bugatti had no driver. It raced on its own, guided by the spirit of the man who built it. Others swore they saw a shadowy figure at the wheel, his hands carved from wood, his eyes glowing faint gold. One traveler told of chasing the Bugatti down an empty highway at midnight, flooring the accelerator of his modern car. Yet no matter how fast he went, the wooden car stayed just ahead, gliding smoothly, its body gleaming like it was carved from sunlight itself. And then, without warning, it vanished into the horizon, leaving behind no tire marks, no smoke, just silence. Scientists who heard the rumors tried to find it. They wanted to open it up, study its secret, discover how a wooden vehicle could defy physics and run forever without fuel. But every time they set traps or cameras, the Bugatti slipped through like smoke. It refused to be captured, refused to be broken apart. Perhaps it knew it wasn't meant to be understood. It was meant to be feared, respected, remembered. The design itself was breathtaking. Its polished oak hood reflected light like liquid bronze, the signature Bugatti curves flowing as if the wood itself had been born that way. The grille, carefully carved from cedar, resembled a roaring mouth ready to consume the wind. The wheels, sculpted from dark walnut, spun endlessly without wear, leaving not a single scratch on their perfect surface. Even the seats inside were lined with maple leather, warm to the touch, carrying the scent of forests long gone. It wasn't just a car, it was a forest reshaped into speed, a living monument to a man's obsession. But with legends come warnings. Drivers who tried to chase it for too long spoke of strange effects. Their fuel tanks would empty faster than normal, their engines would overheat, their headlights would flicker, as if the wooden Bugatti absorbed energy from everything around it, draining the world to keep itself alive. One truck driver confessed he saw his own dashboard lights dimming as the Bugatti passed him on the highway. When it disappeared, his truck refused to start for hours. It was as though the car demanded sacrifice from others to maintain its eternal motion. Years passed, yet the Bugatti never aged. While steel cars rusted and modern models became outdated, the wooden Bugatti looked as flawless as the day it was carved. No cracks in its oak, no fading of its varnish. Some began to call it immortal. Others wondered if it was cursed. Was it truly a machine? Or had the craftsman bound something unnatural into its wooden frame? There are whispers that the car still roams remote roads under the cover of night. People claim to hear the soft hum of wood gliding over asphalt, the faint glow of golden headlights in the distance. Always moving, never stopping. Some say if you're lucky enough or unlucky enough to see it, the Bugatti will test you. If you respect it, it may simply pass you by, leaving you in awe. But if you dare to chase it, it may drain your car, your strength, even your will, leaving you stranded in the dark with only the echo of its endless motion. The legend continues to grow. Children in small towns talk about a car that needs no gas, no driver, no rest. Old men swear they saw it decades ago, and younger ones claim to have seen it just last week. How can something carved from wood outlast generations of steel and fire? Perhaps because wood remembers. Each ring of the tree carries history, and perhaps those memories were given motion in the form of this impossible Bugatti. Even today, its story remains untouchable. Some claim the Bugatti hides in forests, its polished body blending into the trees until night falls. Others swear it appears on forgotten highways, racing alongside thunder, glowing brighter than headlights. But all agree on one thing: it has never stopped moving. It has no need for fuel, no hunger for rest. It runs because it was born to run, a wooden beast with a soul of eternal motion. And so, whenever you hear the name Bugatti, don't just think of the roaring engines or the sleek machines that dominate modern racetracks. Somewhere out there, in the shadows of forgotten roads, there exists a Bugatti carved not from metal, but from wood. A car that doesn't just move. It lives, it drains, it survives without end. The wooden Bugatti that runs forever without fuel is not simply a legend. It's a warning, a mystery, and a reminder that sometimes the most powerful creations are not the ones we understand, but the ones we never can. Because in every corner of history, there are stories that refuse to die, and this wooden Bugatti is one of them. No matter how many years pass, people still whisper about its sightings on empty highways, its wooden body glowing under the moonlight as though it holds a fire within. Some claim they followed it for hours, only to watch it vanish into thin air, leaving nothing behind but a trail of wooden dust and the faint echo of wheels spinning without fuel. Others swear they've touched it, felt the warmth radiating from its surface, like the heartbeat of something alive, not a car. And every time someone tries to explain it with science or logic, the story grows stronger, untamed, and unbroken. Because the wooden Bugatti isn't a machine that fits into our world, it bends the rules of reality itself. So, the next time you hear the sound of wheels on an empty road, when no one else should be there, ask yourself, is it just another car passing by? Or is it the eternal Bugatti, carved from wood, running without fuel, carrying with it a secret that we may never unlock? If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because the next story might just be stranger than this one, and you won't want to miss it. So next time you drive down a lonely road at night and your headlights flicker, or your fuel gauge drops without reason, look carefully into the distance. Maybe you'll see a faint glow, the glimmer of polished oak, the hum of wheels that never stop. And if you do, remember, don't follow it, because the wooden Bugatti isn't just a car. It's a ghost on wheels, an eternal traveler, and a legend carved in wood that will outlast us all. If this story left you stunned, make sure to hit subscribe and join me for more incredible journeys into the unknown. Because out there, beyond the edges of what we believe is possible, legends like this are waiting to be told.